I have a couple different things I would like to point out. Being a certified genealogist from Clay County, I've worked with Joe, numerous people in here with genealogy. Near where the city hall is located, across from Clay County Middle School, is the B.F. White Cemetery. Been there many years in Clay County. And one thing I also would like to point out, in February of 2021, I did visit the Hoskins Cemetery during school hours. Due to the Estill Hoskins home being vacant and the construction work, I actually parked at Manchester Elementary, went in the school and asked permission, would it be okay to park there while I visited the cemetery? They said, yes, that's fine. Why did they not express, oh my goodness, snipers, you may kill the children while you're up there? They said it was fine, take your time, be careful.
Snappers don't come in and ask for permission.
That's true.
Throwing that out there.
That's true. That's true as well, but I mean, as the safety of the kids, why didn't they say, honey, we're sorry, you don't need to visit that cemetery?
Well, I can speak to something on that. There's not many people that we know of as visits the cemetery. We've been up there cleaning it off and keeping it clean for the last few years, and we've not seen anyone up there during that time.
Well, I was born in '78, and my
The
family
problem is
was
right here, as you see on that document we showed you, that was going to not include the cemetery, taking the cemetery
Right.
out. But since these recent events that we've had to do, the Board of Education feels like, and myself feel like it is,
Right.
important for us to do this. And what the lady said just a few minutes ago, I think we have a signed document from one of those family members saying it's okay for us to go ahead and move that loved one that she was speaking about earlier.
Well, the last thing I wanted to say quickly was, it seems like a simple solution if the only worry is the safety of the children is no visiting during school hours. I think that would be a very simple solution.
I have a question. Is there a way where instead of taking all the money you're going to use to move everyone, that you can still build everything out around there, but then use some of that money to provide some sort of security around the cemetery as well to prevent active shooters from getting up there?
Yeah.
And also maybe use the money to clean up the area and keep it nice, and because I don't know how much it costs to move a cemetery. It can't be cheap, but is there an option, because you don't need to move it at all, where maybe even people have to go through the school to get to it to visit their relatives? Because if we get to keep our families there, and there are some minor guidelines on how and when we can visit, I think that some of the families may like that better than if they were moved in the first place.
I mean, like I said, we were looking at that option first, since this other things, events have happened, the Board of Education feels like, and myself, we want to make sure that these kids remain safe. We also want to put these people in the cemetery and we feel like maybe in a better place. It's going to be taken care of.
And it's not just during the school day. We have after school programs, we have sporting events most nights. There are very few times that there aren't people at the school facilities.
We could make, I mean, we could work with that. We could make appointments. We would come and you can have your school.
And put a high fence around it. Nobody getting down the hill anyways, Steve. I mean, I want my people to lie in peace.
I thought we just talked outside about that.
Well, we did.
And you were
Well,
okay with that?
if they, if they don't go along, I mean, if they agree, and, you
You
have
want
your
them
way.
taken care of.
Well, I work with you,
Yeah,
like I told you from the very beginning.
Man.
But they were buried there for a reason. John Fox carried his infant children there. He carried cash there in a wagon. They wanted to be there. That's where they wanted to remain forever. And if we can work something out better, William, I think you've done one hell of a job as superintendent of Clay County School. Probably the best that I can ever remember. But surely to goodness, this community could work together to figure something out to not move those people.
We
I went to school at Manchester, Sharon. never had nobody, you know, I know this is a different day, a different age. There's never, you know, this is Clay County, Kentucky. This ain't New York City. I've been to New York, Philadelphia. I've been to every major city in this country. We ain't them. You know, I played on that land when I was a child before there was ever a Manchester Elementary. Well, Aunt Lucy, Trinity Garden.
Danny, we've had kids, you know, you remember Scotty Baker, we've had problems.
Yeah, we
You know,
have.
I mean,
Very few.
very few, but you
Very
know,
few.
very few is too many.
Well,
He
one
went right to the school and got permission.
But, I mean, why can't we work out an agreement?
Yeah.
And you remedied that.
You know, we're okay with restrictions for access to the cemetery. You know, I remember when the grade school was first built, I was first class to go in there. We went to the cemetery, we'd park in there and with a little white house set there on the left. I think Paul Stewart lived there for years, he was a gentleman. We would park there and walk up the hill to the cemetery. So, I mean, I don't see why we can't work something out.
Well, you know, I think the school board's interest in the whole thing was moving to a better place to be better took care of, Danny. And I know, and I understand what people are saying. I understand people saying that they took care of that cemetery. But you know, Edna, I told you, Edna's son's one of my best friends. Judy Campbell's grandson, Matthew, he mowed that cemetery. He told me it was in really bad shape, but he mowed it for 3 or 4 years, never saw a soul at it.
No, that's not true, because
But-
I go every Memorial Day, all my people, what we do.